What's up, guys? We're back with a new season, which means a whole new series of Coach's Corner. And while it'll be a new episode, it's certainly not a new coach or a new face. We're joined by North Texas SC's John Gall. And my friend, the last time we did one of these, it was the day that you were being announced as a first-team assistant coach. And we talked a lot about, the pathway and you being a prime example of it in that instance. Now that we're back here, now that you're head coach again of the North Texas side, what would you describe the last 6-7 months like, and the journey between where you were the first team and now returning to the second team?
Well, it's been a good roller coaster. Certainly wouldn't change it for the world. Obviously, the opportunity of going to work with Peter with the first team last year was something I'll certainly treasure forever. I learned an awful lot in those last 6 months. We were in a difficult spot with the team, and as a coach and staff, I thought we did really well to get the team back on their feet, and unfortunately wasn't quite enough to get the team into the playoffs, but learned an awful lot. Kind of knew the whole time that there was a possibility that I would come back to the second team, so certainly don't think of it as being brought back or brought down to the second team. This is an incredible opportunity for me. Really enjoy the opportunity of leading a team and being the head coach, and again, just all those opportunities and memories from last year, the last 6 months, I'll keep with me, and certainly has helped me improve as a coach.
What was it like for you to be with the first team, but to watch a team that you were so close to not only have success in the regular season, the postseason, but then to bring home their first championship?
Honestly, it was a joy. It really was. Having been there at the beginning and putting it all together and working so closely with all of those guys, the relationships that I got to build with those guys early in the season. I know I was only with them for 12 games, but I think that we built a really, really good chemistry and a really good foundation for the team. And in all honesty, when the team was doing well throughout the season, it was kind of like the norm for me, where I knew that the team was capable of doing that. I knew they were going to do that. I mean, obviously, Michelle and I worked really closely together. We have an incredible relationship, and we would brainstorm, we would go back and forth, but I knew that he was going to go in there and do a fantastic job that he did, and all credit to him for keeping the ship sailing, and not only sailing, but having that mast as high as possible, lifting the trophy at the end of the year. Just so happy for him, so proud for him, and really for me, I never felt that I was not part of it. The relationships I had with the players, the relationship I had with Michelle and all the coaching staff, just made me feel that I was just one step away, and whatever help I needed to give, I was able to give. But it was just nice to watch from an outsider looking in at the end, and just enjoying that moment, when Pedrinho got that winner. But for me, it was a little bit surreal, because it was like it was supposed to happen. It was meant to be, and there was no doubt in my mind that we had the best team in the league, we had the best staff in the league, we had the best players in the league, and we deserved that. I mean, obviously, all credit to Philly. They came here and they had a great game plan against us. They started the game really well, and they got some really incredible players, and as we've seen, there's a few of them already now moving up to the first team and doing really well. But again, being biased, I thought we were the best team in the league, and we deserved it.
What was it like for you to get to see so many of those guys sign first team contracts at the end of last season?
No, it's incredible. I'm in the thick of things, so I kind of know what's going on. I know what's happening. We have conversations with the club, and the club ask me for feedback on players and how they're doing, and all those guys that signed, that played for us last year. I mean, it's a testament to them for, putting up with me, in training, and making sure that they understand, we have really, really high expectations, really high standards. I'm not easy to play for. I'm really demanding, and in all honesty, those players, were just a joy to work with, and for them to be able to sign a first team contract, I mean, I think obviously the best one, in terms of like the story and things like that, is Pedrinho. Obviously, I mean, he came in, he had an incredible year, and then to score the winner and then get offered a contract just after that was really good to see. But all those guys, I mean, they're just a credit to be around. I enjoy them tremendously. tremendously. You know, I certainly don't think of them as my players. I kind of think of them as my teammates and really kind of work together with them. And I think they kind of would not look at me as their coach, they'd look at me as their teammate too. So it's really, really good to see. And again, you know, we put, you know, all those players into the first team and sign first team contracts and win a trophy. It was pretty much a pretty special year. So now the pressure's on to repeat.
Perfect segue into what I want to talk about next. Do you feel added pressure knowing that you're the defending champs, knowing that you're trying to go back to back?
You know, I say this all the time that, you know, pressure is certainly a privilege, right? And there's only one team that has that pressure right now, and there's only one head coach that has that pressure, and I want that pressure. I certainly, when I came in to coach the second team, that was my conversation with Dan, with the owner. I said, I'm going to bring a trophy back to this club, and I'm going to push the team to where it used to be in terms of, you know, the championships that we've had at FC Dallas Academy and you know, the Open Cups that we've won here with the first team. And you know, so for me, I want that target on my back. I think every coach would say that, you know, everybody wants to be in this seat, everybody wants to be in that position, everybody wants to be a defending champion. So I don't think of it as pressure, I think of it as a privilege. And having a target on my back and having a target on the team's back is something we will embrace and we will enjoy, and we remind the players every second of every day that we're not going to rest on our laurels, and we're not going to, you know, take our foot off the gas. We are going to drive even more, and that's what makes people better, you know, and it's something that I strive for every day, and something that I'm excited about, and really privileged to have that opportunity.
All right, what do you think this team is capable of?
Winning back-to-back MLS NEXT Pro titles.
All right, you heard it here first. John, thank you so much for the time.
Of course, thank you.
That does it for our first Coaches Corner. Be sure to tune in all season long as we talk to coaches all around the league.